So if you are playing your sport and you are not having fun, you are not enjoying it, stop. Stop playing. Unless you might be the reason that you're not having fun anymore. Not because of anything having to do with the sport itself, or your teammates, or your coaches, although those outside forces can sometimes make your sport less fun. Most of the time, we are the reason why we aren't having fun. And I've said it before in previous videos, I feel like one of the biggest life lessons to learn is that your life is created from the inside. It's created from your internal world. Because your internal world is where you create meaning. That is where your beliefs are stored. And what you believe about your life, whether that's consciously or subconsciously, unconsciously, you're not even aware that you have these beliefs, that is what it will be. And you can actually change how you see the outside world. And so I'm gonna say that you are the reason that you aren't having fun anymore. And that's a very, very empowering viewpoint to take, because that means you can actually do something about it. I'm going to guess that you aren't having fun anymore because you are internalizing things from the outside world as pressure or stress. But you can actually shift that and free yourself from being a victim of stress. What does fun actually mean? The definition of fun is enjoyment, amusement, or light-hearted pleasure. Fun cannot exist if we are putting huge amounts of pressure on ourselves. And what is fun about sports? Why do we play sports? Well, it's fun to compete. It is fun to win. I'm going to admit that. The thing is though, letting your amount of fun be dictated by winning or losing, that's still putting your power into an external outcome. You should be able to derive fun just by playing. Sports are so fun for me because I feel like it's a way to express myself, moving your body. I love also the team aspect of sports. It feels amazing when you're just like in sync as a team. It's really fun when you improve on something that you were previously struggling with. Like, that's a huge rush. That's a high you get when you improve. Obviously the goal is to win, right? But that can get to a point where it consumes you so much and it just eats you alive. And I wish I had this mentality when I was in high school, when I was in college, because I would have played a lot more free. But now as an adult, the last couple times I've played, and I still get nervous, right? I still overthink things before I go and play. But now, being more evolved, I notice that that's happening, and I notice how that holds me back. And all I do is think about detaching myself from the outcome. I tell myself, I don't care if I do great. I don't care if I screw up. I don't even care if I win or lose. When I feel pressure, I just let go of any expectations that I have. And it sounds counterintuitive, but it makes you perform better. I literally told myself last time I played, it was like, all I care about is having fun. I don't care if I have my worst day or my best day. And something else you can do. I assume that now you're getting into meditation because you watched my meditation video. If you haven't, go check that one out. As you are meditating and you've quieted your mind, you've detached from your thoughts, and you've entered a state of stillness, of pure just like being and not overthinking. I want you to visualize decreasing, physically visualize it in your mind, decreasing the importance of that game or whatever coming up that you're nervous about. Visualize in whatever way that works for you, decreasing the seriousness of it. For me, I literally had to tell myself, you're not gonna die if you lose. You're not gonna die if you mess up. This is not a life or death situation. Honestly, take your sport off the pedestal. Like, it's not that serious. It really isn't. There's a lot more serious things in life. High school or college sports are not that serious, and that's what I had to tell myself to really get out of my own way and play to my potential. And something else crazy happened. I remember when I was younger, I used to always need to hype myself up to play. I would always need to listen to certain music. I had to get myself excited because I was putting so much pressure on myself. I had to essentially force fun. Now, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do anything extra to put me in that zone. You don't need hype music. You don't really need any superstitions. Again, we are externalizing our power and depending on something outside of us instead of creating emotions and freedom from the inside. So that's all I got. Hopefully this video will help you to have more fun and enjoy playing your sport again. See ya.